You know what's great about being a wrestling fan? Choices. Whether it's the WWE, whether it's All Elite Wrestling, whether it's MLW, NWA, whether it's Impact Wrestling, whether it's New Japan Pro Wrestling, and all the indies across North America and around the world. It's great to have choices. But the WWE wants you to watch them. And rightfully so. It's great business, right? But sometimes great business crosses the line. Hear this story? Court Bauer, who runs MLW, is suing the WWE. So here's the story. Court Bauer and Major League Wrestling has been looking for a television deal. And if you're a wrestling organization, of course you are, right? MLW had a deal in place with Vice TV and also with Tubi TV. Allegedly, the WWE intervened and nixed those deals. So this was going to happen, right? It was going to be MLW every week on a well-watched Vice TV. And all of a sudden, after one showing, they were off. Same thing with Tubi TV. There was a call that was put in place, and all of a sudden, MLW is not on Tubi. You know, the WWE has been known to be able to go through back channels to try to make sure that other organizations don't thrive. Like, for instance, the WWE tried reportedly to stop New Japan and Ring of Honor from running a show at Madison Square Garden. Now, we all know that's the home of Vince McMahon Sr. and the home of the WWE, Madison Square Garden. It doesn't mean other organizations can't run there. I saw this on the Wrestling Observer. All of a sudden, Triple H calls Madison Square Garden and says, hey, don't have that organization running Madison Square Garden. Well, Ring of Honor and New Japan threatened to sue MSG, and all of a sudden that show was on. It happened, right? I mean, Vince has tried to lock out companies in the past as well. You know, there's been big buildings across the country where other organizations says, yeah, I'd love to run this building. What does Vince do? He makes sure he pays those buildings to make sure that they don't run because those are quote-unquote WWE buildings. It's happened for a long, long time. Point is, though, is that if you're Vince McMahon, the WWE, if you are the industry leader, why are you so worried about other companies? MLW is a nice company. It's trying to flourish. It's trying to get some footing, and you're trying to step on it. My whole point is that I don't know what's right and what's wrong, and I don't know how this lawsuit's going to happen, but here's the thing I do know, is that the idea that the WWE now is working with Impact Wrestling, it's like, oh, well, look at that. The Forbidden Door's open. Impact Wrestling's working with another company. Really? Really? This is a company, the WWE, that made over $250 million last year in a pandemic. They're doing just fine. Why all of a sudden are they working with Impact Wrestling? Impact Wrestling, hardly no one watches. It's under 200,000 people every week watching on Access TV. All of a sudden now you're interested in their talent. All of a sudden now you want to be able to work with Impact Wrestling? Yeah, right. I think it's very, very convenient. I don't know what's going to come from this lawsuit, but I just know one thing. The WWE, everyone knows about it. Everyone watches. Why is Vince McMahon so concerned about Major League Wrestling? They're just trying to get their footing. They should just be worried about themselves. They should be worried about trying to put butts in seats at Madison Square Garden. It's funny. Sold out for the Knicks game on Christmas, and the day after, about 7,000 or 8,000 people. And I'm being generous. It's interesting. The third lowest number of people at MSG in the history of that building with the WWE in it. They should be concerned about trying to put butts in seats in Long Island. Again, not a very good house. They are not drawing well in some of these places, some of these long-time places that they've been in. All of a sudden now, there's empty seats. Be concerned about your own house. Don't be concerned about Major League Wrestling. They're not coming after you. They're trying to eat too. Head at the table, huh? Hey, you're going to find out someone's going to knock you out of that table one day. His name might be Tony Khan. We'll see.